BWOne here from BWOne.com and Thundery from BorderWork.com. This is the Tech Shout-Out. In this Tech Shout-Out, we're talking about all the buzz about Google Buzz.
Yeah, Google came out with its own social media, social network, social community service called Google Buzz. I mean, it's right in your Gmail, and it's big.
It's big. It's really big.
Yeah.
I mean, and it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
No one really expected this.
I mean, well, you know what?
You did, but you didn't really know when it was going to hit.
Yes, you did and you didn't. It's funny you mentioned it because remember how we had that discussion last year. You posted on something on the next big thing in social media. I remember I had a job interview. I called BWOne up and I said, you know what do you think is going to be the next thing in social media? And we're talking about geotagging and doing all that kind of stuff. And we're like, yeah, that could happen. But I mean, this was a job interview for me.
Yeah, I remember. I remember this whole thing.
And then we break up one morning and boom.
This happens. I actually did do a video on how GPS is the next big thing in social networking. It'll be right here. You'll see it right there. You get to click on it if you want to check that out. But yeah, basically, I called it right. Like Google Buzz is that. I mean, it's integrating GPS and the Twitter, Facebook, all these type of different things, social networking, sharing, and all that stuff, all in the one. And it's just like the first topic that comes out of everybody's mouth besides privacy and all the other stuff. There'll be other videos on that. Yeah. The first thing is like, who's gonna die first? MySpace, Twitter, Facebook. Who's dead first?
Yeah, I mean, we all know how MySpace is going. That's a different.
MySpace is such a different.
It's such different, but you know what?
It's the last of a dying breed of when sites were web pages. They were basically the GeoCities of that, like when you had the Black Planets to begin days and all that, and they were just the kings of that. But that's what they still are.
But the funny thing is they've switched to a music centric site,
God.
which is in a sense really saving them. No matter how you look at it, because it's like if you're an artist. You throw your stuff on MySpace, somebody will,
seriously,
check you out.
Stop friending me. All your damn bands. Seriously.
But
seriously, I get more advice from bands than anything. I think there's an app that they're putting out there just to invite you to. I'm a band, and now they're trying to play tricks on you with the way they do it now, because you're not quite sure if it's a band or not. You click on it like crap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, but anyway, like back to Buzz. What I like about Buzz, right, comparison to Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, is that Buzz has two features which no one really talks about. There's what I personally like to call it local buzz, international buzz. When I buzz off my Google map, that is local buzz.
Yep.
Literally anyone in my 30-mile radius of where I live. I'm in Boston, so basically the whole Boston surrounding area, I'm buzzing around with people there. And then when I go online and I go on my Gmail, that's my international buzz. Right now, Border Work has, is buzzing with people in China, Russia,
all around. I've just been buzzing with different people all around, the world, and it's just as simple as that. It's there. You just buzz them, and it's right. There's no searching for them, and it just pops up.
Yeah, there's no searching, but even the search feature, I think, is very simple and great. That they added, proper Google search in the feature. Yeah. You go to Buzz. You go to the top search bar, you type in something. For instance, I typed in, I'm sure you've probably seen the video. I did a quick video of how to use Buzz and all that kind of stuff. And I just typed in Superman. And I had a whole list of people just buzzing about Superman. Either the comic books, Chris Nolan doing the movie, all that kind of stuff. And you're like,
simple stuff.
And then you find a topic from someone, you go, hey, I'm not the only one who's talking about this.
Yeah.
All right, let's chat. Talk about it.
No hashtags involved with doing that. It's just simple and it's just right there. I mean, it's so interesting that you don't really know what to name it, because what is it really? There is no category that it's in. It's doing so many different things, but it's doing them in a way that you didn't do them before. And it's you recognize how to do it. It's easily done. You know how to do it because you've learned how to use it by all the different other services out there. But it just feels a lot different. What I also like about Google Buzz is how much less crap you get on it, considering the fact that people seem to want to talk more proper on Google Buzz versus Twitter or Facebook or MySpace, where you just put out a bunch of crap where you got some trolls going around, just just saying anything and everything out there. I like the fact on Google Buzz I don't see just went to the store, came out of the store, went to the gym, just came out the gym. Yeah. I'm going here. FML. Like, S shaking my head, FML, LMAO. You don't see that all through there. You actually see people saying something engaging, and it's said so properly and engaging that you're gonna type back and say something.
Well, true. I mean, I think you might see some of that in the local side of the buzz, but even what I've seen on the local side is still like very interesting stuff where it's like, you know what, I checked out this place and they have this, and you kind of go, oh, because it's local, it makes more sense to you. Like, oh, I've always wanted to go to this restaurant. I didn't know they had that. I didn't know that this store was so close to where I lived. Blah blah blah. Things like that.
The fact that it's right in the Google Maps too. Yeah. You can just see people buzzing and pinging about it. You can know about a whack nightclub before you go to it.
Exactly. Something like that. I mean, that kind
of save your $15, $20 exactly in your pocket because some other posto got caught and said this sucks, and it buzzed right about it in real time.
I mean, it makes so much sense. I mean, I think what Buzz is not really I wouldn't say it's really a social media network. I think it's a conversational network.
Yeah, it is.
It literally is because you have to go in, and the thing about Buzz that I've noticed is that like you said, you can't put rubbish out there because nobody will answer you.
Exactly.
That's the first thing.
Nobody's answering rubbish. But my one worry about that is, and with a lot of how all social networking sites start, that techies get a hold of it first.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what's kind of going on now. The techies are the ones that are on it.
They are.
What's going to happen when the non-techies start to get into this? Is it going to turn into that, here comes the flood of junk coming into Google Buzz? Or are they going to see that this is a little more sophisticated, either stand back away from it, or they might improve what they're saying and engage in it a little bit more? That's what I kind of wonder what's going to happen right now. Right now, it's a techie thing. All the people that are pretty much tech savvy, at any level, are the ones that are kind of pushing and putting the content and putting things on the Google Buzz. It's just going to be interesting when you start seeing the flood of the other people coming on.
I mean, I do agree with you there, but I think one thing that might help it, which even though it has nothing to do with that, is the fact that I believe because Buzz is international.
That is true.
It's
that's
I think that international influence of where you have people from around the world and they kind of see you just write nonsense. What are you thinking?
What are you doing?
Exactly. Rather than because right now the conversation, not because it's just with techies, but the fact that it's an international conversation and people around the world are going, okay, I'm talking about this, we're talking about that, we discuss news cycles here, whatever we see, and it becomes like a rolling conversation of. It's not really a matter of saying it's intellectual. It's not an elitist thing.
It's not.
It's just literally like saying you're sitting down with a bunch of friends.
It's like
and you're having a good conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And a good example of how well that works is how MSN Messenger works. MSN Messenger is international. Do you ever notice how much more professional looking? Not I won't say professional looking, but how much better streamlined that messaging program is compared to anything else that's out there, outside of the ones that kind of do multi-protocol stuff like Trillion stuff like that. But I'm just talking about between MSN, Yahoo, and AIM. MSN client is way better just because it has such a broader audience of international people within it. And I think it's the same thing that's happening on Google Buzz right now. And the smartest thing Google did was just say, there's no sign up. We have 9 billion people in the world with Gmail. We just have to go click.
Exactly.
And it's right there.
I think you're right. That was the key and the fastest thing there to just get people hooked on Buzz. And like I said, for us, it's a great way, to reach people out there, get a whole, different audience, a wider audience. I mean, it's not like we're trying to, go away from the guys who supported us all this time. Yeah. We're just trying to get more people to enjoy what we love.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's what Buzz does. It's like saying, it's like you going out there. It's almost like you standing out your window saying, "Hey, this is who I am, and this is what I like to do." And everybody's just listening to you, and they can, decide to follow or not to follow.
Exactly. So that's our buzz about Google Buzz. We want to know what you think about Google Buzz. The easiest way to do that is obviously post a comment right here in the video. Post a comment at BWOne.com, borderwork.com. You can reply with a video. Let us know what you think about it. Get out there in the world. Share your buzz. YouTube buzz.
Get
right?
buzz about this video too.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea to buzz about this video too. And yeah, that's basically it. So this is BWOne from BWOne.com with Thundery from BorderWork.com. Reminding you to subscribe to our YouTube pages, of course. Click that yellow button. Subscribe to BorderWork.com and BWOne.com's YouTube pages. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/BWOne.com. He's at BorderWork.com. Subscribe to our RSS feeds to get the latest news in tech and get the buzz about all what we're talking about in the tech world. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition.
And always enjoy your entertainment.